Hiya. I decided to step out of my comfort zone and do a play instead of a musical. Although granted, I did go for a play that does have a fair few songs in it, but they're not plot related, so it's not a musical. It's completely subjective because there are happy plays, comedy plays, and there are sad plays. Well, mine was more of a sad play with comedic moments. I'm gonna move. It's gonna be great. Tracy Beaker slash Severus Snape hairstyle today. It's also exciting. It's probably a good thing I moved as well, because I was just chilling in my bathroom making a video, and then the maintenance men came in to test the fire alarm, so I would have just been like, hiya. Rehearsals are a lot more chilled. It's just amazing the amount of time that you save not having a vocal warm-up, and people messing about, and then doing a physical warm-up, and then people messing about. Someone spontaneously bursting into a Les Mis medley, and then people messing about. So rehearsals are really short, like, they're like an hour or an hour and a half as opposed to a 6-hour full day slog. I got these bad boys from being in a play. I've had loads of injuries from being in musicals. Never maybe quite so embarrassing as the one I got from doing the single play. I must have made my way through about 25 musicals and had, actually, saying that, I was in Spring Awakening once and I dislocated my knee, so that was probably a bit more intense, but I think it was less embarrassing. It looked like part of the scene. Yeah, rehearsals were great. It took me a while to get used to not having to bring jazz shoes to rehearsals. It was a nice change because I quite like really cheesy musicals. I like how musicals are like the extremes of emotion. The play that I chose is actually really like extreme as well. We're either like but it has to be genuine. There's a lot of times in musicals when you can get away with maybe not being quite so genuine. In the play I had an actual character, and I don't just mean like a name and a story, I mean nuances and habits, and there was the time period that it's set in. The play that I am in, it's called Accrington Pals, and it's set in the First World War, so how women acted back then and stuff, like, I'm playing quite a simple character. I think she's quite oblivious, takes everything as it comes, doesn't really overthink things. There were a lot of drama students in the play. Like, I'm a geography student. This is just like spare time lols for me. I didn't know anything about like the Stanislavski method or put yourself in the scene or method acting or anything, so it was a nice change. And there was a bit of singing in it which really, really helped. Which was good because in musicals, songs can be horrendously obnoxious. Maybe like Hairspray or something, when Tracy's to her mum like, get out the house. The whole welcome to the 60s thing, as if she wasn't aware she was in the 60s, whereas ours were more songs to enhance what was going on. I love musicals, I do, but I've just enjoyed being in a play so much. You don't have to turn up to rehearsals at like level 10. You just whop in and there's going to be someone singing Les Mis or Wicked or something. It was a nice change to just sit down, bit of quiet, check your notifications. Another thing is, I've always had to put on an accent, whereas in Accrington Pals it's set in Accrington. And I'm from Adlington, but I was born in Bolton, but I have a northern accent. Don't know if you've noticed. It was really strange, A, not singing, and B, talking in my own accent because there was nothing to hide behind. Say if it was like Oliver, hiding behind a Cockney accent, this ridiculous outfit, all the songs. It was a nice change to be able to do my own accent. And it's also lovely hearing a load of southern people trying to do a northern accent who were actually surprisingly good. It was kind of beautiful. It was like immersing yourself in an episode of Coronation Street. It's really nice because at uni I'm surrounded by a heck of a lot of southerners. Once the play starts and it's like, oh, so much northern, and it's nice. I think I'll do a video after every performance, and then after the final performance will probably be the day after, because obviously after party, but that's fine. Ooh, Anne Robinson. First performance was last night. I had a couple of friends in the audience. We had like a tunnel at the back that the audience entered through. It was like a trench. And then we encased the audience and then the stage in all this black tabbing. If the lights went on, it was completely pitch black. You couldn't really see the ceiling. There were no windows. It was just... I wouldn't have liked to have been in the audience. I would have felt really claustrophobic. I get really, really anxious about it. I don't know how people put up with it, but good on them. They were really well behaved. In rehearsal, you do the jokes so many times and it gets a bit flat, but then once you do it live and you hear someone laugh, you like feed off it, and obviously you've got the adrenaline buzzing and everything, so... I suppose it's the closest thing you'll ever feel to being a stand-up comedian, being in a comedic play. Not that I'm saying Accrington Pals is a particularly jolly play. It has its elements of funny, which I'm glad would have been a bit of a draining process otherwise. Beforehand, I was really nervous, but I was hoping that everyone else they'd done so many plays before. I was like, Junior's first day at school, what do I do? I'm so nervous. Everyone was absolutely fantastic. Like, the cast is an absolute joy to watch. I wish I could watch it and be in it, but never mind. I made my decision. I made the best decision. To get on, it's like, boom, audience, feed off it, it's grand. And I'm the first person to walk out and start singing. Minor character, and I start the whole thing, so it's a sort of nice transition between doing a huge musical and then doing a play with just 10 characters in. That's another thing, because there's only 10 of us and the maximum number of costume changes is like 2 as opposed to 8 of 50 people and a dance chorus and a vocal chorus and all the principals, and there's microphones everywhere and like tape, and oh, it's so tidy, it's beautiful, you wouldn't believe. So we get on. It was so funny. I'm just laughing because I know what happened. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed, but never mind, I'm going to tell you in it. Right, I'll tell you the less embarrassing story first. We were doing there's a scene where we're having like girls' night around the table. I pick up this tankard, it has a massive hole in the bottom, it's full of beer, which was apple juice. Yeah, I'm remembering all my lines, saying all my lines. Why are my legs so wet? It had drained all the way through the bottom of the tankard and through my skirt. Everyone else in the scene was like, woo, let's save the situation. I was just like, well, that's my acting career over, because what do I do now? There's nothing in the script that says do this if that happens. Musicals, you don't need to improv because everything rhymes, so nothing goes wrong, and Becky was played May. In character, like, bosh, give me that tankard, Bertha, you twat. Yeah, professionals over here. So we get to the slightly happier scene where I think we've got all this good news about the men that have gone away, and I'm like, yo, got the paper, good news. And then I run off stage to go find my mum. The stage and the audience are encased in this black fabric, and there's very small slits that the actors can get on and off the stage via. But in the pitch black, they are very hard to see, and also, if you wear glasses and are not currently wearing them, it's even more hard to see. And if you're trying to be in character, and this is something that you find very hard, this is also very hard to do. I run off stage looking for my mother, and I'm trying to find the slit in the curtain. Blindly run into the fabric, trying to feel my way through. I'm like a sim that's just walking into the wall constantly. Instead of finding the opening in the fabric, I just fall across someone in the audience, making this dramatic noise, which I hope was in character. Some people said after they thought it was part of the scene, so there's 2 other characters waiting in the wings who are supposed to come on, like, and I just follow onto them, and I'm just like, help, help me. My beautiful legs are covered in bruises and cuts. Maybe it's a sign, maybe I just shouldn't do plays anymore. I'll see how the performance goes tonight, and then I'll report back. If something even more embarrassing happens, I will not be finishing this video. So, bye for now. Oh my god, I'm so worried something else is going to happen. I swear to god, I'm a really intelligent person. I'm just so daft. And I find gravity is not my friend at the best of times. God, I've got bad posture. Never mind. Bye for now.